a few weeks ago we covered this news story of a of a converted couple. I think Abdullah Samid did it first. This couple, Mr. and Mrs. Muslim, probably Mr. and Mrs. We were never Muslims.
Craig is actually saying it's a special guest, Mr. and Mrs. Muslim.
Good call. Wow, Craig. Well done. Actually, no, it's not. But what a coincidence that you
right?
brought
The
Mr. and Mrs.
timing was
Muslim up.
impeccable.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had to put it up.
well done. But anyway, so we did talk about this Mr. and Mrs. Muslim, and we know how touchy Muslims are when it comes to converting to Islam. Not just Islam, converting to Islam, especially showing off to the world that our white people are, are converting to Islam. Why? Because our Islam is the best religion, and obviously we need a validation from the Western people, because somehow if they're doing it, then there must be something.
Then it must
true
be the
about
truth.
it. Yeah, it must be the truth. So
they're not as easily fooled, apparently.
Yeah. So the reality is it's not, and obviously there would be some scam artists who are gonna take advantage of it, etc. But the point here is Muslims are so touchy about this Islamic conversion. Have a look at this one. This is something new that just came out. Look at this. This was doing rounds in this WhatsApp group, Muslims in Czechia. Alhamdulillah, Indian Catholic priest featuring Biju Menon converts to Islam. Allah shows the way and people follow it, blah, blah, blah. A Catholic priest from Kerala in India recently converted to Islam. Alhamdulillah. And apparently this group was going off. And by that, I mean,
so much so, lit, yeah?
Yeah, so much so that the private group ended up becoming a meme. Like it went viral on such a big scale. But sorry to break your bubble, but Muslims are so happy they were celebrating prematurely and obviously celebrating something that had no truth value to it. Have a look at this. This is from a movie.
My word! It was a movie.
These two guys are from a movie. Two escaped convicts arrive at a remote village in Kerala near the border with Tamil Nadu. Villagers mistake them as Catholic priests sent from Rome to reopen the long-closed church. So it's an okay movie. These are the two guys who have supposedly converted to Islam. This is another poster. But Muslims thought that these guys were real-life Catholics or Christian priests who converted to Islam.
Isn't it so funny that they're as gullible in these matters as they are about their religion? Like, you have to be this level of gullible to be in both things, to be a Muslim and to also be like believing like, well, I like WhatsApp University is genuinely a problem now.
That is definitely a WhatsApp University.
Yeah,
look at that at the top. And judging by the spellings, Javed is definitely Pakistani. Aziz, probably not. Anwar is definitely Pakistani. Ahmed, no, definitely not. So it's kind of a global Pakistani group. Obviously, they would have created some sort of a community in Czech Republic, and they're like, yeah, look, let's convert to. I've been to Czechia, so I didn't see a lot of Muslims there. I spoke with local Czechs. By the way, Czech Republic is one of the most agnostic atheist countries in the world. I think their number is somewhere around over 60%.
Are they very happy atheists as well then as a nation on the happiness index? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. All the people I spoke with, they were quite happy, but obviously that's no measure because
yeah. Oh well, the 5 people that Horace met on his travels seemed happy.
Yeah, no, randomly people were giving me random facts. Remember, I gave you this fact that shoe shop Bata.
Oh yeah,
is Czech. Yeah, remember Skoda? Skoda, the car manufacturing company. That's Czechia. There was something else. There was one more thing.
You're like that hadith where he's trying to quote what Muhammad says, and he's like, I forgot the last thing.
hey, No, hey, and it's not just me. You forgot that thing too when you were talking with David, I believe his name was.
Yeah, I had a really interesting chat with David McDonald. He's so funny. He's like, my name is the most basic name to remember.
It is true, and I still forgot
pronouncing names, and he's like trying to say my name a few times. I'm like, you're smashing it, and I was like, I've been called Naraya. Trust me, you can't do much worse. But yeah, I had a great chat with him. Basically, I'm gonna host him on my channel for sure. But yeah, his whole premise is let's have a drink and have a deep chat, and that's essentially what it was. But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, please go to his podcast and subscribe. He's honestly, if you're interested, if you're kind of an audience on my channel, you're going to be interested in all the things he's talking about. I've added so many interviews to my watch later, so I'm excited for the rest of my Sunday. But it really is a nice vibe. And yes, Horace, what would you like to point out about my mistake?
No, there was no mistake. I mean, you were talking about Muhammad said women are inferior in some because of 3 reasons.
So, there were no 3
reasons. No, but there were no 3 reasons. There were 2 reasons. He said women are inferior in faith. That's because they have their period.
Can't fast when they have their period. Yes.
Yeah, and the second one is they're inferior. You're right. The 3 reasons. The second one, they're inferior because they cuss their husbands too much,
and something else. I don't know what the.
Yeah, and their intellect, and they cuss their husbands too much, and period.
Yeah, but the period thing is the reason for one of the things. So there's a third reason.
No. Okay. Let's just bring that hadith up then.
Yeah, I think we should clarify once and for all. Let's not follow the example of the hadith and let that be codified that we forgot the last thing.
No, because that's exactly what happened with Umar, yeah? When Umar was beating his wife.
And that's gone down in history, mate. We laugh at that. Like he's trying to give some pearls of wisdom and he goes, forgot the last one.
All women give charity, for you are the majority of the people of the fire. So some women protested and they said, why is that, O Messenger of Allah? He said, because of your cursing so much, meaning your ungratefulness towards your husbands. He said, and I have not seen any among those lacking in intellect and religion who are more difficult upon people possessing reason and insight than you. So basically he just makes a comment. He said that you are the biggest occupiers of the hellfire of Jahannam. So to which he says, well, there's 2 reasons. Because you lack intellect in religion and you're deficient in faith as well.
Yeah, and this is the main reason what we're going to come on to here. This is the point that I wanted to make on Deep Drinks podcast, which slipped my mind, was the fact that our testimony is worth half of a man. That's basically why you're deficient in intellect. That's the reasoning for that. And then your deficiency in religion or iman or deen, in your faith basically, is because you menstruate, and therefore you're going to miss out on prayers and you're going to miss out on fasting, which I think is a huge blessing. But anyway,
I know. So basically, because of your menstruation, you will miss out on some days for these natural reasons that God created in the first place.
Literally, God made you experience in the first place for childbirth to occur, which again is helping you and your ummah and spread your message, mate. So you're punishing us for. Oh my! It's just.
Well, then he's not punishing. He's just basically saying that you're not gonna have the opportunity to make up for it. Because you wouldn't be able to pray, and as a result, you wouldn't be able to earn those brownie points from Allah.
Yeah, but that's a punishment because that's saying you are deficient in that. You're never going to match up to what a man would be capable of achieving, religiously speaking.
Yeah. Well, you just don't
accept
want
the misogyny, Horace, and jog on, okay? Accept the misogyny for what it is.
If you like these videos and want to support me in my activism, then you can support me on Patreon or PayPal. Stay free, everyone.